There are moments in life when you are faced with situations that demand a decision to walk away. The sad truth is, many people in your life never imagined you would walk away without hesitation. They assumed you would stay, endure, and continue to tolerate the treatment they gave you. But when you rise to a place of understanding your worth, when you know who you are in God, you no longer allow yourself to remain in situations that diminish you. People often take your loyalty, your love, your grace for granted. They believe that no matter what they do, no matter how they treat you, you will always be there. But the truth is, when you understand your value and recognize the power of your presence, you come to a point where you realize that you cannot waste time in toxic places or with toxic people. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself or justify your decisions. Walking away is not an act of anger, it's an act of wisdom, self-respect, and self-love. They never saw it coming. They thought they could continue to manipulate, misuse, and take advantage of your kindness. But the moment you recognize your worth, you stop allowing others to define your worth. You stop waiting for validation from people who would never truly see you. They didn't know that the strength you have comes from a deeper place. They didn't know that there is a point in your journey where you no longer allow anyone to diminish your life or disturb your peace. It is in that moment, the moment you decide to walk away, that your life begins to change, because now you are no longer bound by expectations that are not yours. You are no longer confined by relationships that drain you. You are free. And that freedom, that liberation is the most powerful thing you will ever experience. It's not just about leaving people or places behind. It's about walking into your destiny, stepping into a place of purpose and clarity. People thought they had control over your life, but you always had the power to walk away. They didn't know that your silence, your withdrawal, your decision to step away was your way of showing them that you were never afraid to let go of what no longer served you. They didn't understand that when you walk away, it's not because you gave up, it's because you realize there's a bigger plan for you. When you walk away, it's not defeat, it's an affirmation of your strength. It's a declaration that you refuse to allow anyone to take your peace, your joy, or your purpose from you. Let them be confused. Let them wonder. You've made your decision, and now you're walking with a new sense of confidence, knowing that the best is yet to come. There are moments in life when you are faced with situations that demand a decision to walk away. The sad truth is, many people in your life never imagined you would walk away without hesitation. They assumed you would stay, endure, and continue to tolerate the treatment they gave you. You see, there are those who take your loyalty for granted, who believe that no matter what they do, no matter how they treat you, you will always be there, standing by their side, waiting for them to come around. They see you as a constant, something they can rely on no matter how little respect or care they show you. But here's the hard truth: people who take your loyalty for granted do not fully understand the strength and wisdom it takes to remain in a relationship or situation. And most importantly, they don't realize the moment when you stop accepting their treatment. When you're loyal to someone, it's not just about showing up when it's convenient for them or supporting them when it's easy. Loyalty is about being there through the tough times, being a foundation of support and love, even when others might walk away. It's about standing firm, knowing that your presence matters, that your care is unconditional. But the moment you realize your worth, the moment you see that you deserve more than being treated as an afterthought, that is the moment everything changes. You start to see that your loyalty should not be mistaken for weakness or endless endurance. Your loyalty should never be a reason for anyone to treat you with disrespect or neglect. People will test your boundaries, push you to see how far they can go, and as long as you allow them to overstep, they'll continue. They believe that you'll always forgive them, that you'll always be there, because that's what loyalty means to them. But they don't know that loyalty is also about knowing when to walk away, when to stop giving to someone who refuses to value you in return. They think that as long as you're around, as long as you stay, nothing will change, and they can keep taking, keep hurting, keep disregarding your feelings and your needs. But that's the beauty of recognizing your own worth. When you know who you are, when you understand your value in God, you realize that loyalty does not mean staying in a situation that is damaging to you. You begin to see that your time, your energy, your heart are valuable gifts that should not be taken for granted. And when you reach that realization, you make a decision to stop pouring into places and people who never recognized the treasure that was right in front of them. They will not see it coming. They didn't expect you to walk away without hesitation, without looking back, without doubt. They thought you would wait for them to change, wait for them to realize your worth. But the moment you step into your power, the moment you realize that your loyalty is not a blank check for others to exploit, you stop waiting, you stop tolerating, you stop accepting less than you deserve. And when you walk away, it's not a defeat, it's a victory. It's the moment you take back control of your life. And they will be left wondering how they let someone so valuable slip away without them even realizing it. When you realize your worth, everything changes. The way you see yourself, the way you allow others to treat you, and even the way you navigate your relationships with people, all of it transforms. For so long, many of us have allowed others to define our value, to tell us who we are and what we are worth. We seek validation from the outside world, from people who may not even fully understand our essence. But there comes a moment, a pivotal moment, when you come to understand that true value doesn't come from others, it comes from within. When you know your worth, you stop allowing yourself to remain in situations that diminish you. You no longer settle for relationships, jobs, or circumstances that drain your spirit or rob you of your peace. You see, many people stay in toxic relationships not because they want to, but because they haven't yet come to realize their value. They're afraid of being alone, afraid of the unknown, and so they cling to people and situations that only bring them pain. But the moment you realize who you truly are, you begin to see the strength in walking away from things that do not align with your highest good. Realizing your worth is not a superficial process, it's deep, it's spiritual. It's an understanding that your life has purpose, that you were not created to live under the weight of negativity or to be defined by the circumstances you faced. You were created to thrive, to be at peace, to be whole. But to live in this truth, you must first believe in your value. And that belief is not just about knowing that you are worthy of good things. It's about knowing that you are worthy of peace, of love, of respect, of joy, and of everything that aligns with the greatness that God has placed inside of you. When you realize your worth, you stop looking for validation from others. You stop waiting for others to approve of your decisions or your actions. You understand that the opinions of others cannot shape your destiny. Your worth is not dependent on what people think of you or how they treat you. It's based on who you are in God. And that knowledge changes everything. It shifts your perspective from one of dependence on others' approval to one of self-sufficiency in your truth. This newfound understanding leads to freedom. The freedom to walk away from situations where you are not respected. The freedom to say, this is no longer serving me. I deserve better, and I will no longer allow myself to settle for less than I am worth. It's a freedom that comes with a clear vision of your future and a deep inner peace that cannot be shaken by the opinions or actions of others. People may try to make you feel guilty for walking away, but when you realize your worth, you understand that walking away is not a punishment to them, but a liberation for you. It's a declaration that you will no longer let anyone else determine your value. And when you walk away, you do so with confidence, knowing that you are not losing something. You are gaining your peace, your freedom, and your sense of self. And in that freedom, you step into a higher purpose, one that is aligned with your true worth. Walking away is not just about leaving people or places behind. It's about making a decision to protect your peace, your growth, and your future. It's not an act of anger, it's an act of wisdom. Often we think that walking away means we're giving up, that we're losing something or someone important. But in reality, walking away from toxic situations or relationships is the most powerful choice you can make. It's a decision to preserve your well-being, to safeguard the energy you need to fulfill your purpose. When you walk away, you are exercising wisdom. Wisdom is not just about knowledge or understanding. It's about applying that knowledge in ways that serve your highest good. Wisdom tells you when to stay and when to go, when to fight and when to let go. And sometimes the most intelligent and powerful decision you can make is to walk away from people or situations that are holding you back, that are draining your energy, or that are continuously diminishing your spirit. Many people stay in unhealthy situations because they feel obligated to stay, or because they believe that walking away would make them seem weak. They stay out of a sense of duty, out of fear of being alone, or out of the hope that things will change. But wisdom shows us that it's not our duty to stay in situations that harm us, and it's not our job to fix people who refuse to change. Walking away is a recognition that your peace is worth more than someone else's approval. It's a recognition that your time, your energy, and your heart are precious gifts, and they should not be given to people who refuse to value them. Sometimes walking away is also about protecting your future. When you stay in unhealthy situations, you limit your potential. You hold yourself back from the opportunities, growth, and blessings that are waiting for you. Walking away is an act of faith in the future. It's the belief that something better is out there for you, something that aligns with your purpose and allows you to flourish. When you stay in toxic environments, you waste time and energy that could be spent on pursuing your dreams, building your future, and becoming the person you are meant to be. But the moment you walk away, you open the door to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new relationships that will nourish and elevate you. It's important to recognize that walking away is not a sign of weakness, it's a demonstration of strength. It takes immense strength to let go of what no longer serves you. It takes courage to step into the unknown, to walk away from familiar situations and people, even when it feels uncomfortable. But remember, the most powerful decision you can make is the one that aligns with your higher purpose. You are not obligated to stay in places or with people who hinder your growth, who bring you down, or who diminish your sense of self-worth. Wisdom teaches you that there is strength in walking away when necessary, and there is freedom in releasing what holds you back. So walking away isn't just about leaving, it's about choosing yourself. It's about protecting your energy, your peace, and your future. It's about making the decision to step into a life that reflects your true value, your true potential, and your true purpose. You don't need to justify your decision to walk away. This is a crucial realization because many of us have been conditioned to believe that we owe others an explanation for our actions. We've been taught that when we make a significant decision, especially one that involves walking away from a relationship, a situation, or a person, we need to offer an explanation to make others understand our reasons. But here's the truth: you don't owe anyone an explanation for prioritizing your peace, your well-being, and your future. You see, when you understand your worth and make the decision to walk away, you do it because it aligns with your higher self. You don't need to justify protecting your energy, your time, or your heart. Too often, people in your life may try to make you feel guilty for leaving, or they may demand answers trying to pull you back into a cycle of explanation. But when you know who you are, when you understand your own value and purpose, you don't need to explain your actions to anyone. The decision is yours to make, and you have the right to make it without seeking validation from others. The truth is, people who genuinely respect you and care about your well-being will never demand an explanation for your choices. They will understand that your decision to walk away comes from a place of self-respect and wisdom. If someone truly values you, they will honor your boundaries, your need for peace, and your desire to grow. They will not try to guilt-trip you into staying, nor will they question your reasons. They will respect your journey and support you in your decision, even if it means that the relationship must change. On the other hand, those who try to manipulate, control, or take advantage of you will often be the ones who demand an explanation. They will push you to justify why you've made the decision to walk away because they don't want to lose what they had with you. But here's where you must stand firm. You don't owe them an explanation because your decision is not about them. It's about you. It's about your need to preserve your peace, your emotional health, and your sense of self-worth. And when you make the choice to walk away, it's a reflection of your understanding that you cannot continue giving to someone or something that no longer serves you. In fact, the act of not justifying your decision is a powerful statement. It's a statement of strength and confidence. It shows that you are in control of your life and your choices. You no longer need others to approve of your decisions because you are no longer seeking external validation. You have come to a place where you trust your own judgment and you are confident that walking away is the right choice for your life. When you stop justifying your decisions, you free yourself from the need to explain your worth. Your worth is not up for negotiation, and it should never be questioned. You know your value, and that is enough. You are not obligated to make others understand your path. They either accept it or they don't. And those who truly care about you will respect your decision without requiring an explanation. So when you walk away, don't feel the need to explain yourself. Don't feel guilty for choosing yourself. Your peace, your well-being, and your future are too important to be diminished by the need to explain. Stand firm in your decision, knowing that you don't owe anyone a justification for walking away from what no longer serves your higher purpose. Your life is your own, and you have the right to live it without apology. When you walk away from a situation or a person, you are sending a powerful message about your self-worth. It's a message that says, I am no longer willing to accept less than I deserve. This is one of the most profound aspects of walking away. It's an affirmation of your own value. You are not walking away out of spite, anger, or bitterness. You are walking away because you recognize that you are worthy of more. And when you do this, you are teaching others how to treat you. Many people spend years in relationships and friendships and in jobs where they are undervalued, unappreciated, or mistreated. They endure toxic behaviors and harmful dynamics because they haven't yet learned the importance of setting boundaries. They haven't yet realized that their value is not determined by how others treat them. When you walk away, you break the cycle of abuse, neglect, and disrespect. You make it clear that you will not tolerate being treated as less than you are. When you understand your worth, you stop making excuses for people who don't value you. You stop justifying their actions or behavior, thinking that maybe they will change or that they are somehow entitled to treat you poorly because of past relationships, promises, or obligations. But when you recognize your true worth, you stop allowing that kind of treatment in your life. You no longer tolerate the mistreatment, the lies, or the manipulation. Walking away becomes your way of saying, I deserve better, and this message is loud and clear. When others see that you are willing to walk away, they begin to understand that you are not a person to be taken for granted. You are not a doormat to be walked over, and you are not someone who will allow others to use you or abuse your time and energy. Your worth is not dependent on the opinions of others. It's something inherent, something divine, and it's non-negotiable. And when you make the decision to walk away from situations that do not honor your value, you send a message to others that you will no longer accept behavior that diminishes your sense of self-worth. Moreover, when you walk away, you show yourself that you are capable of standing firm in your own value. It's not always easy to walk away, especially when emotions are involved, when history with a person or situation runs deep. But it's in those moments when it seems hardest to walk away that you discover just how strong and resilient you are. You begin to see that your strength lies in your ability to detach yourself from situations that are harmful, not in staying and enduring unnecessary suffering. By choosing to walk away, you show that you are not desperate for validation or approval. You no longer need external affirmation to know your worth. The more you practice walking away from what no longer serves you, the more you reinforce the belief in your own worth. And this becomes a powerful magnet for other people who will treat you with the respect and love that you deserve. When you let go of toxic relationships, negative environments, or unhealthy patterns, you create space for the things that truly align with your purpose and your vision for your life. You make room for people who will support you, encourage you, and elevate you. So, walking away isn't just about leaving behind the old. It's about creating the space for the new. It's about showing the world and yourself that you know your worth and that you will never settle for less. It's about setting a standard for how you expect to be treated and teaching others to respect that standard. When you walk away, you send a message to the universe that you are ready for something better, something that reflects your value and your true potential. And in doing so, you open the door to a life that is full of the peace, respect, and love that you deserve. Walking away also teaches you to honor your own boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining a healthy sense of self and for protecting your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When you don't walk away from situations that drain you, disrespect you, or hold you back, you are allowing others to cross your boundaries. You are essentially saying that you are willing to sacrifice your peace, your dignity, and your self-respect to accommodate others. But boundaries are not just a luxury, they are a necessity for your mental and emotional health. Walking away is a clear act of enforcing those boundaries. Boundaries are not meant to be walls that shut others out, but rather guidelines that communicate what is acceptable and what is not. They define where you end and where others begin, helping to protect your energy from being drained by unhealthy interactions. The more you respect your boundaries, the more you honor yourself. And when you start walking away from toxic people and situations, you are essentially telling the world, this is where I draw the line. This is where I will not. This is where I will not tolerate any further disrespect, manipulation, or mistreatment. In many cases, people don't know how to respect your boundaries unless you teach them. They may test you, push you, or try to break through your limits. But when you decide to walk away, you are teaching others that you will no longer accept their violations of your boundaries. This is a powerful statement of self-respect. It shows that you understand the importance of protecting your own mental and emotional space, and that you are not willing to let anyone take that away from you. By walking away, you are teaching others how to treat you, and more importantly, you are teaching yourself how to protect your peace. Often we find ourselves in relationships or situations where our boundaries have been repeatedly crossed. Maybe it's a friend who takes advantage of your kindness, a partner who manipulates your emotions, or a colleague who constantly disrespects your time and efforts. The more we tolerate these actions without walking away, the more we teach people that our boundaries are not important. But the moment we make the decision to walk away, we are asserting that our boundaries matter. We are no longer willing to sacrifice our well-being for the comfort of others. Walking away is not an act of cruelty or selfishness, it's an act of self-care. When you honor your boundaries by walking away from situations that violate them, you are showing yourself the love and respect that you deserve. You are saying, I am worth more than being treated this way, and I will not allow anyone to rob me of my peace. The beauty of walking away is that it reinforces the importance of setting healthy boundaries in all aspects of life. When you begin to recognize that you are deserving of respect, peace, and healthy relationships, you naturally start to attract people who honor your boundaries. You create a space where only those who respect you and your limits are allowed to enter. Over time, this strengthens your sense of self and builds your confidence, because you know that you are in control of your life and your interactions. Ultimately, walking away becomes a powerful tool for reclaiming your peace. It's not about running away from problems or conflicts. It's about asserting that you deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. When you walk away, you are reinforcing the importance of boundaries and making it clear that you will no longer accept anything less than what you truly deserve. You are teaching others and yourself that your peace, your well-being, and your happiness are non-negotiable. When you walk away from a situation or a relationship that no longer serves you, you are not only freeing yourself from the immediate challenges, but also setting yourself up for greater growth and opportunities in the future. Walking away, though it may seem like an end, is in fact the beginning of something new. It is an act of courage that clears the path for your personal development, for discovering your true potential, and for attracting the things that align with your destiny. Think about it. When you stay in a situation that limits your growth, you are essentially stifling your potential. Whether it's a toxic job, an unhealthy relationship, or a situation that drains your energy, staying in it only prevents you from moving forward. Walking away is an act of self-liberation. It is a declaration that you are no longer willing to remain stuck, no longer willing to allow your life to be held captive by circumstances that do not align with your higher purpose. In every aspect of life, growth requires change. We cannot grow without shedding what is old and making room for what is new. By walking away, you are embracing change, and change is the catalyst for growth. It's often said that we cannot move to the next level until we let go of the things that are holding us back. Walking away is that crucial first step to releasing the weight of past relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or toxic environments that have kept you from achieving your true potential. It's the universe's way of telling you that there is more in store for you, but you must first create the space for it to manifest. Moreover, walking away attracts the right opportunities and the right people into your life. The space you create by letting go of what no longer serves you is filled with new possibilities. By stepping away from the wrong situations, you open yourself up to the right ones. It's like cleaning out your closet. Once you get rid of the old, the clutter, and the things that no longer fit, you make room for the new, the vibrant, and the fresh. Similarly, when you walk away from toxic relationships or unfulfilling environments, you make room for the relationships, opportunities, and experiences that are meant for you. When you walk away, you are making room for abundance, growth, and a deeper connection with your true purpose. The act of walking away from something that no longer serves you is an investment in your future. It's an act of faith in yourself and in the belief that there is something greater waiting for you on the other side. Every step you take away from what holds you back brings you closer to the life you were meant to live, filled with purpose, passion, and the fulfillment that comes from being true to yourself. When you make the decision to walk away, it is a powerful statement of self-love. You are acknowledging that you are worthy of peace, joy, and respect. Walking away is not about running from conflict or avoiding difficult situations. It's about recognizing that you deserve to live a life that is aligned with your values and your well-being. In essence, it is an act of honoring yourself, your needs, and your emotional health. Self-love is not simply about saying, I love myself. It's about demonstrating it through your actions. And sometimes the most profound demonstration of self-love is walking away from situations and people who are not good for you. When you remain in toxic or unhealthy situations, you are sending a message to yourself that you are not worth the effort of change, growth, or protection. You are allowing your worth to be dictated by others' actions, and you are sacrificing your peace to accommodate their needs. But when you walk away, you are making the decision to prioritize your well-being over everything else. You are acknowledging that your peace of mind, your mental health, and your emotional stability are worth more than any situation, person, or temporary comfort. Many times we stay in relationships or environments because we are afraid of being alone or because we believe we will not find better. We often hold on to situations that are no longer serving us because we fear the uncertainty of the unknown. But walking away from these situations is a powerful act of self-respect. It is saying, I would rather face the uncertainty and the discomfort of change than remain in something that diminishes my worth. Self-love teaches you that your emotional health and your inner peace should never be compromised. It empowers you to set boundaries that protect you from being mistreated or used. Walking away is a form of self-protection, a way of safeguarding your peace from the turmoil of toxic relationships and unhealthy situations. It's not about being selfish in a negative way. It's about putting yourself in a position where you can truly thrive. When you make the conscious choice to walk away, you are saying, I am not willing to lose myself for the sake of others. I am worth more than this. The beauty of walking away is that it creates space for you to love and care for yourself. When you remove yourself from toxic environments, you create room for healing, growth, and renewal. It is in these moments of solitude that you reconnect with your true self, your dreams, and your aspirations. You realize that you don't need to hold on to what is hurting you or holding you back in order to feel complete. Walking away becomes a journey towards self-discovery and healing. It's about acknowledging your own worth and giving yourself the opportunity to flourish outside of situations that are detrimental to your emotional well-being. In addition, walking away helps you build resilience. It's easy to stay in a situation where you're constantly being undermined or hurt. But when you walk away, you are developing the inner strength to face difficult emotions and situations. You are proving to yourself that you are capable of standing up for yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable. This resilience will serve you in all areas of life, enabling you to navigate future challenges with a greater sense of confidence and self-assurance. Ultimately, walking away is about honoring the person you are becoming. It's about taking a stand for your own growth, happiness, and success. When you love yourself enough to walk away from things that no longer serve you, you begin to attract experiences, relationships, and opportunities that align with your true purpose. The love you give yourself is the love that will open doors to a brighter, more fulfilling future. In walking away, you are not abandoning yourself, but rather choosing to protect and nurture the person you are meant to be. This is the highest form of self-love. When you walk away, you are often met with a sense of liberation that comes from reclaiming control over your life. It is an empowering act that demonstrates your ability to take charge of your own future and create the life you desire. Walking away from situations, relationships, or environments that no longer serve you means that you are no longer allowing external circumstances or other people to dictate your happiness or well-being. You are stepping into your power and choosing to write your own story, one that is centered around your values, goals, and vision for the future. Many people live their lives under the influence of others' expectations and opinions. Society, family, friends, and even the media have a way of telling us how we should live, who we should be, and what we should want. We often find ourselves following paths that others have laid out for us, rather than forging our own way. But walking away is a bold declaration of independence. It is saying that you no longer need permission from anyone to live your truth, to pursue your dreams, or to take control of your life. You realize that your life belongs to you, and you have the power to shape it in a way that aligns with your desires and purpose. When you walk away, you stop giving others the authority to control your happiness. You are no longer willing to sacrifice your peace for the sake of maintaining relationships, keeping up with societal norms, or meeting unrealistic expectations. In doing so, you regain control over your own emotions and reactions. You begin to understand that your happiness is an inside job, and it is not dependent on anyone or anything outside of you. This is a powerful realization because it shifts the control back to you. You are no longer a passive participant in your own life. You are actively creating the future you want to live. This process of reclaiming control is not always easy because it involves facing uncomfortable truths and confronting the fear of the unknown. Often we hesitate to walk away because we fear what lies ahead, whether it's being alone, facing rejection, or dealing with the uncertainty of change. But when you walk away, you are embracing your own strength and resilience. You are demonstrating that you are willing to step out of your comfort zone in order to create a better future. You understand that the pain of staying in a situation that drains you, limits you, or disrespects you is far greater than the discomfort of walking away and facing the unknown. As you walk away, you begin to recognize that you are in charge of your destiny. You no longer allow the fear of loss or the pressure to conform to define your decisions. You choose your path based on what is true to you. You begin to understand that walking away from the wrong things is not a loss. It's a necessary step toward gaining something better. It is a moment of empowerment where you reclaim the right to decide what is best for you without being influenced by external forces. This power of choice is what makes walking away so transformative. By making the decision to leave behind what no longer serves you, you are exercising your right to create your own future. You stop living in reaction to others and start living proactively with intention and purpose. The more you embrace this sense of control, the more confident you become in your ability to handle life's challenges and make decisions that align with your deepest values. Ultimately, walking away is not just about leaving behind something that isn't right for you. It is about stepping into a life that you are actively creating. It is about recognizing that you have the power to shape your future and to make choices that honor your worth and your dreams. Each time you walk away from something that holds you back, you are reinforcing your ability to control your own life, and you are opening the door to new opportunities that are more aligned with who you truly are. Walking away gives you the freedom to take charge of your destiny and to live life on your own terms. When you walk away, you are also embracing a profound lesson in self-worth and confidence. It is a demonstration that you understand your value and that you will no longer settle for less than you deserve. Walking away is a powerful declaration of self-respect. It's an act that says, I know who I am, and I know what I am worth. By walking away from situations, relationships, or environments that don't honor you, you are reinforcing your own sense of dignity and self-worth. We live in a world that often encourages us to tolerate mistreatment, to settle for things that are subpar, or to accept circumstances that are less than what we deserve. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that we must endure hardships, endure toxic relationships, or tolerate situations that drain us in the name of loyalty, duty, or fear of change. But walking away shatters this illusion. It sends a message that you will not allow yourself to be undervalued. You are declaring that your peace, your happiness, and your well-being are non-negotiable, and you will no longer tolerate anything or anyone that compromises that. This understanding of your worth is essential because it shifts your perspective on life. When you know your value, you stop chasing after things that diminish you. You stop seeking validation from others because you understand that true validation comes from within. You recognize that no job, relationship, or situation can define your worth. Only you can. Walking away allows you to take back control and put yourself in the driver's seat of your life. You stop being a passive participant and become an active creator of your own destiny. The truth is that when you walk away, you are not giving up. You are choosing to protect your peace and safeguard your potential. Walking away from situations that devalue you is an act of self-preservation. It's like choosing to walk away from a toxic environment to breathe fresh air. You are recognizing that staying in that space only harms you and hinders your growth. When you make the decision to walk away, you are choosing to invest in your own future, your own happiness, and your own personal development. It's an act of prioritizing yourself in a world that often asks you to put others first, even at the expense of your own well-being. This sense of self-worth not only allows you to walk away with confidence, but also empowers you to trust your own judgment. You begin to develop a strong inner compass that guides you toward the people, situations, and opportunities that are aligned with your true self. When you trust in your own value, you no longer settle for relationships or environments that leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, or disrespected. You begin to attract the right people and the right circumstances that resonate with the life you want to build. By walking away, you create space for better things to enter your life, things that honor who you are and reflect your worth. Moreover, when you walk away, you stop waiting for others to validate you or make you feel worthy. You no longer need others' approval to feel complete or fulfilled. Instead, you start to live for yourself. You start making choices based on what aligns with your values, your dreams, and your aspirations, not based on what others think or expect from you. You learn to trust yourself, to follow your intuition, and to make decisions that honor your inner truth. This confidence and sense of self-worth build over time, transforming you into a person who is no longer willing to settle for anything less than the best life has to offer. Walking away, then, is not just a decision about leaving behind something or someone. It's a decision to step into your full power and potential. It is a realization that you deserve more than what you have been accepting. It's about embracing the truth that you are worthy of respect, love, and abundance. When you walk away, you are not running from the challenges of life. You are boldly walking toward the life you deserve, a life filled with self-respect, peace, and fulfillment. This is the power of knowing your worth and embracing the confidence to choose what is best for you. In life, walking away is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your strength, your self-respect, and your unwavering belief in your own worth. It is an act of courage that signifies your refusal to settle for less than you deserve. When you choose to walk away from people, situations, or environments that no longer serve you, you are not just leaving something behind. You are making room for greater things, for opportunities that align with your purpose, and for relationships that will honor you. Remember, your peace is priceless. Your time is invaluable, and your life is too precious to spend in places or with people that diminish you. Walking away is not about quitting. It's about knowing when to step forward and embrace the life you were meant to live. You have the power to make choices that honor your true value, and in doing so, you create a future that reflects your greatness.